Certainly. Here's a complete story inspired by the Humans Are Special HFY trope, featuring a warrior king abandoned by alien races except for humans. The Forsaken Throne. The galaxy knew no peace. Empires of 1,000 stars warred endlessly, and kings were nothing more than puppets of vast, immortal fleets. Among the strongest of these empires was the Tharn Dominion, a coalition of species united under a single monarch, King Zek'ir Vorta, a fierce warrior of the reptilian species. Zek'ir was unparalleled on the battlefield. His twin-bladed plasma axe had cleaved through legions of foes, and his strategy had earned him the loyalty of countless warlords. Yet, despite his strength, the Dominion was crumbling. Rivals grew bolder, alliances faltered, and internal strife rotted the foundation of his empire. Zek'ir's desperate attempts to hold the Dominion together led him to summon his council, an elite group of alien leaders representing the various races under his rule. He pleaded for unity. "We built this empire with blood and honor," Zek'ir roared, his scaled chest heaving. "We cannot let it fall to petty squabbles and cowardice." But the council was silent. One by one, the representatives left, their hollow excuses echoing in the vast chamber. The DRLI ambassador, a silver-skinned insectoid, clicked her mandibles dismissively. The Tharn Dominion is no longer a banner worth dying for. Even Zek'ir's own species abandoned him. They saw weakness in his desperation. Within weeks, his throne was usurped by an ambitious general, and Zek'ir was cast out into exile. Zek'ir's fall was swift and merciless. Stripped of his fleet and his loyal warriors, he wandered the galaxy, a shadow of his former self. His name, once spoken with reverence, became a cautionary tale of hubris. He finally found himself on the human frontier world of Kallion III, a rugged, inhospitable planet on the edge of known space. The humans had been a minor, unimpressive species in the Dominion, primitive in technology, disorganized in governance, and overly sentimental. Zek'ir didn't expect much from them, but he had nowhere else to go. When Zek'ir arrived in the human settlement, the reaction was not what he expected. Instead of fear or disdain, the humans welcomed him. A burly man with a cybernetic arm, who introduced himself as Captain Ward, greeted Zek'ir with a firm handshake. "King Zek'ir, right? You're a long way from the Dominion. What brings you to this backwater?" Zek'ir, his pride still intact, sneered. "Humans, you'll shelter a king even when his crown is broken." Ward chuckled. "We got a thing for underdogs. You hungry?" The weeks turned into months. The humans didn't treat Zek'ir like a deposed monarch or a defeated warrior. They treated him as one of their own. They shared their meager supplies, taught him to work alongside them, and even joked with him. But Zek'ir couldn't ignore the troubles plaguing the settlement. The humans were under constant threat from raiders, remnants of the Dominion, and rogue alien bands. Despite their bravery, the settlers were outgunned and outnumbered. One night, as Zek'ir watched a group of humans repairing a damaged turret, Ward approached him. "Zek'ir, we need a leader, someone who knows how to fight, someone like you." The Kashyyyk king hesitated. "You ask a broken king to lead a fight he has already lost?" Ward smirked. "We're not asking for a king. We're asking for a warrior. You think you're the only one who's been abandoned? Every one of us here was cast aside by someone. That's why we fight." Zek'ir's claws tightened around the hilt of his plasma axe. For the first time since his exile, he felt the spark of purpose reigniting in his chest. When the raiders attacked again, they met something they hadn't anticipated: a united, disciplined force. Zek'ir had drilled the settlers relentlessly, teaching them tactics honed from decades of warfare. He stood at the forefront, his plasma axe glowing with deadly light. The battle was brutal, but under Zek'ir's leadership, the humans fought like a pack of starving wolves. They didn't just defend their settlement. They drove the raiders back into the void. As the dust settled, the settlers gathered around Zek'ir, cheering his name. For the first time in his life, the king felt something he had never experienced in the Dominion. True loyalty, not born of fear or duty, but of respect and camaraderie. Years later, the legend of the warrior king of Kallion spread across the galaxy. Zek'ir Vorta had forged a new empire, not of planets and fleets, but of people bound by trust and defiance. And in the hearts of every human who stood by his side, one truth echoed louder than any war cry. Any part of it,